Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome to Memories Dogma Code 1. This is a visual novel I sort of found by myself. I got it as part of a Humble Bundle at some point in the past. Kind of forgot about it, and started looking at it when I was looking through my games library the other day, and got kind of interested. Based on, some Steam reviews and stuff I've looked at, it's not perfect, but it does definitely has a nice visual style and is apparently enough there that it's worth playing, especially considering the price I got it at. And I don't think it's too long if I remember the time right, so it shouldn't be like a massive thing for us. If you're a little bit more interested, I did pull up the Steam page here. The idea is interesting. Memories can now be digitized and archived, allowing people to communicate with the deceased. With only 1 week left before his best friend's memories are deleted, can Hiroki uncover the truth behind Serrano's death? So, near future, but just futuristic enough to keep it interesting, I love these kind of stories. The ones, really far future, just too far out, but near future, in that 10 to 15 year range is always really interesting to me because it's still connected enough to your reality that it's not, out there, just weird future tech, but they have new technologies that are just crazy, and I love these sort of things, so I'm willing to look past the shortcomings for the time being to take a look at this game, and I hope you guys are as well. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If my perception is something that should belong to me, then that perception is something that must be a part of my very being. Should mention, I've heard that the voice acting is supposed to be very good in this. I think the main character might even have a voice in this, which is kind of cool. A lot of visual novels don't do that. Of course, that might limit how much I get to say, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Do you still remember 3 years ago on this day what you were doing, who you were with, and where you were? There's practically no one who would be able to answer that if asked on the spot. Human memories are constantly being written and rewritten. Sometimes the order of information gets mixed up, or the events themselves are recorded incorrectly inside the database that is the human brain. It's impossible to tell when memories will be updated or deleted, and it's uncertain whether or not someone's recollection of a certain event is even correct or not. The more one tries to remember, the more they find themselves forgetting, and yet a simple sound, smell, or object could become the trigger to help recall even the vaguest of memories vividly. I'm getting just slight Steins Gate vibes. I don't know if that's the visual style, because they're doing that sort of thing where they show a lot of the sky in the background of a lot of the pictures I've seen, which is something that Steins Gate did, but sort of the slight future, slight cutting edge stuff, even though Steins Gate wasn't necessarily futuristic, but whatever. I guess it sort of was. Anyway, I like this sort of stuff. These are fun visual novels for me. And I hope this one, at least gives me enough interest to continue through to the end. But so far, I'm definitely getting that. These collections of memories, a vague amalgamation of information itself, are what allows humans to say with certainty, I am me. Why are you, you? There aren't many things you could say to answer that. My own experiences, the words left behind by long dead men that I've read, the words someone spoke that I then assimilated as my own, a combination of all, that is why I think I am me, is the only real answer you could come up with. However, all of these are nothing but your own experiences. The moment information transmitted by someone else is received by you, you filter it through your own perception, and it becomes your own experience. Everything becomes assimilated as your experiences, and that information then gets recorded as your memories. Then, would that not mean that a person's self is comprised of only their memories. If that really is true, then what about her? I should also say, to my understanding, because I've tried to look up more information about the game and its development and if like a second game is planning on coming out, I think this is a translation from a Japanese one. So the translation might be, there's always opportunity for it to be a little weird. But it's a translation, and apparently it was like a big Kickstarter thing. So that's kind of neat. Except the last updates I can really find are like a year ago. Or, I think it was about a year ago when they added like a Russian translation. But nothing more really on if a second game is coming out and when that might be translated. So this might be, just a single video, or a single game, sort of, so to speak, series for us. I don't know. As I open my eyelids, I can see the scenery above me dyed a deep crimson. The faint scent of antiseptic tickles my nostrils. Yeah, so main character does have a voice. I raise my head a little to make sure my body still functions. The first thing that enters my vision is the AR display. A translucent screen, filled with various numbers and words. Next, I can see my body, tucked into some sterile sheets with only my arms poking out of it. My left wrist is wrapped in a white bandage. The hospital, huh? I've seen this scenery many times before. I actually want to... Oh, yep, keyboard noises. I actually want to go ahead and change some sound options really quick. I think I want to turn down the background music just a bit, because that voice seemed a little quiet. We'll try that. My hazy consciousness slowly starts to grow clearer as I recognize the sound of someone clacking away on a keyboard. I look towards the direction of the sound, and I see my friend Amamiya Kaoru sitting at my bedside engrossed in his old laptop. He notices me looking at him and raises his face from the monitor. Yo.
なんだよ、その新規臭い顔は。俺がここにいるのがそんなに不満か？
今日は何月何日だ？
2030年8月26日だ。お前がこの病院に搬送されてから、まだ6時間くらいだな。
そうか。
Yeah, I like the backgrounds are nice. The character art's a little bit... Maybe it's a visual style, but I don't quite like it as much. The backgrounds are nice, though. I failed again. I muttered as I stared at my bandaged left wrist. Hearing me, Kaoru lets out a dry laugh.
お前って懲りねえよな。
なんだよ。
リストカットは数ある自殺手段の中でも一番確実性が少ないやり方だって前回も忠告してやっただろ。
前回もお前が通報したんだろ。
ったく、こっちの身にもなれって。せっかくの夏休みが台無しじゃんか。
ほっといてくれ。お前はお前で勝手に夏休みを満喫していればいいんだ。
それができてりゃここまでお前との腐れ縁が続いてねえよ。
悪かったな。
悪いと思うんなら今度線形代数のレポート手伝いよな。
We both laugh bitterly at that.
なあ、ヒロキ。
Kaoru looks at me with a serious gaze.
ん？
お前さ、そんなに空野ちゃんの元へ行きたいのか？
I avert my gaze and stare out the window. Serrano. Oh, Mizunashi Serrano. Serrano. The girl I'd spent 3 years of my life with. Last month, she suddenly died. According to the police, she suddenly jumped out of an alleyway into a passing car near Fuchu Park. Ever since I heard the news, I've tried cutting my wrist multiple times. I simply pressed down on my left wrist.
どうだろうな。自分でもよくわからない。ただ、突然空野に呼ばれてるような
so does Serrano.
に陥る時があるんだ。
I put more pressure onto the hand that's pressing down. I feel a slight sensation of pain run through my body. Doing this lets me feel at least a little closer to Serrano. Alright, so good. Our character is suicidal. I'm sure that'll be a recurring theme. Kaoru continues staring at me for a bit, then suddenly touches his left wrist. Not because he cut his wrist like me, but to start up his MRD. Alright, so teach me about the future science MRD thing. Mobile Augmented Reality Device, or MRD for short. It's the latest model of portable terminals. It looks like a bangle, so you can wear it on your arms. You can use it to listen to music or kill time playing mobile games, but using AR virtual holographic display to surf the web or call people are its primary functions. The National Identification System was abolished 2 years ago, so all personal information is managed by your MRD as well. You can also use it to make electronic payments at convenience stores, train stations, and the like. It also serves as it also makes breakfast. It also serves as identification to get into certain facilities, or when you need proof of identity to request certain services. There's almost no one in Japan today who doesn't have one. What's that? Ah, these are the like the tips or the explanations. We should probably be clicking on these things. It's operated by strapping to your wrist. It's primarily used for its AR display, which projects a holographic screen into the air. Through that screen, you can browse various websites, watch video, and contact other people. So just what we learned. My number system. So this is like just an identifier, right? Yeah. Alright. That's cool. Don't know what either of these do. So basically, anytime we see blue text, we're going to want to click it. The only people who walk around with old laptops, like Kaoru, are enthusiasts, or people who need one for work. An AR display showing a website pops up in front of me.
見ろ、
これは
コネクトセンター。知っての通り、亡くなった人たちの記憶が電子化され、
Yes.
保存されている場所だ。
Of course I know this. Why would you bother telling me?
あ
Everyone knows this. Alright, that looks pretty fancy and futuristic. The Connect Center. The chain of events that led to its founding are, in some sense, a dark chapter in our history. 3 years ago, a certain university's research succeeded in electronically transcribing and preserving a person's memories, using a technology called e-memory. I'm getting like Pokemon vibes off of this building right here, this like big white building with like, you know, very... with very, flat courtyard in front of it. I might have gotten the Russian on that one. That's what's eat? I don't understand what it means. Oh, wait. I think I saw it at the bottom. Hold on. Okay, so I can't read that. Okay, yeah, it's like right here. Okay, that's a weird bug. Technology that digitizes human memories and stores it as data. It's this technology that serves as a foundation for the Connect service. Oh, don't scroll down. The Connect Center provides, which allows you to speak with the memories of the deceased. Because there were many incidents where people illegally copied others' memories and used them for foul purposes, there was a large public outcry for stricter regulation regarding the digitization of memories. In response, the government passed the Memory Preservation Act in 2028, which forbade the digitizing of any living person's memories. Interesting. That's kind of cool. Oh, I thought that was... Okay, so this is query all this. And when I click on it, then it's a result. And when I click on this, it adds the English for some reason. That's weird. There's a... Yeah, I don't have the option right here to change languages. That's just weird. I don't know. Alright, maybe that's a... I don't know. Maybe that's just a weird bug. This should have been a groundbreaking invention that would have helped humanity greatly in their daily lives. However, contrary to expectations, e-memory started being used for criminal purposes. So... I feel like maybe I don't need to read those. I'll click on them so you can see them and read them if you want, but they seem to be telling me the exact same thing that the game is immediately telling me. For example, some people used it to electronically copy a person's memories without permission, and then to spy on their lives. Then that information would be sold to people with more perverse motives for their entertainment. People who found enjoyment from such things realized there was nothing else that could compare, and sought after even more stimulating memories. In the end, the worst thing imaginable ended up happening. People were kidnapped and subjected to violent acts, and their memories of that experience were uploaded onto the internet. It was an event that came to be called the Nightmare Memory Incident. No, crap. Log? Is there a log? Log. The Nightmare Memory Incident. Oh, I can't click on the Nightmare Memory Incident, but I should be able to go to tips and then click on it. Right. Yeah, let's not do that anymore, dudes. That's weird. I think this is... Okay, I see. Uploading anyone's memories to the internet is a punishable offense. Alright. The ringleaders behind this atrocity were arrested, but the government took a hard stance. Oh, that was that one I just read. After this incident, it made the copying of a living human's memories illegal. Then after trying to find a solution to making e-memories safe and useful, the government created a facility to store the memories of the dead people, the Connect Center. Okay. At the Connect Center, you can access the memories of the dead and speak with them. You can hear the voices of your dead family, friends, and loved ones. Kind of weird, but understandable, dude.
記憶の保存期限が死後49日と決められてることはお前も知ってるよな。
ああ。
空野ちゃんが亡くなったのは先月の13日。記憶が伝送されるのは今月の31日。つまり空野ちゃんの記憶と話ができるのはもう1週間もないんだよ。
Alright. Term used for when a dead person's memories are deleted from the Connect Center database. It's modeled the word after Japan's traditional funeral practice of entombment and cremation. Gotta keep those hard drives free. More dead people. Yep, they're gonna tell me. Okay, so I'm gonna stop verbally reading them. I'm going to click on them, leave them up for a couple seconds. You're free to pause if you want to read it. I'll probably skim through it, and then we'll go back. And hopefully it slows down after a while, because... I mean, you can see there's quite a few here, but we're getting one about every, like, three lines of text. Digituming of memory, simply put, it's just deleting the data. In other words, the government's basically telling the people left behind that they have this long to get over it.
空野ちゃんの記憶がこの世からなくなってしまう前に声を聞いてみたらどうだ？そうすればお前の中でわだかまってる何かがほどけるかもしれないだろ。
それはそうかもしれないけど。
Hesitation. Why didn't I stop Serrano back then? Why did I let her die? I still can't forgive myself even now. Ignoring me, who's gone silent, Kaoru stretches his hand towards my pillow and stops at my MRD, which is laying on the bedside table. He picks it up and places it before me.
とにかく建物の前まで行ってみようぜ。ほら。
いや、
いいから、ほら。
I hesitate for a bit, but eventually reach out and take my MRD back from Amamiya? It's Amamiya. Okay. I was like, no, that sounds wrong. I'm not sure if I was fortunate or not, but while I was unconscious, they'd been pumping food into my stomach and had me on an IV. So even though I was still a bit out of it, sneaking out of the hospital didn't prove very difficult. The Connect Center here in Tokyo is only a short walking distance away from Fuchu Station, the station closest to here. It seems that there was a grand opening ceremony for it when it opened 2 years ago. It's about a 30-minute walk from the hospital I'd been taken to.
今日は風がちょっとだけ涼しいな。
そうか。
そうだよ。ここ数日はずっと暑かったじゃん。
For a while now, I haven't even taken note of things like the outside temperature.
この道さ、通るのは結構久しぶりなんだよな、俺。
ああ。
Until just a while ago, me, Kaoru, and Serrano all used to walk down the street. I absentmindedly continue to reminisce about the past. About the time before I met Kaoru and Serrano. Yeah, Kaoru seems pretty laid back considering, all this. Maybe he's used to it. I moved here to Fuchu City around the time I entered high school. In order to run away from all my problems, I came here to live alone. I forget what the reason for it was, or if there even was a reason to begin with. But it all started around my last year of middle school. My classmates started distancing themselves from me. The people who I thought were my friends started ignoring me. It was at that point I realized that I was a main character. And my parents had to die. I had to be an orphan. I don't think they were aware of the fact that they were distancing themselves from me. Eventually, it just started feeling like they were making fun of me. If I ever asked about it, they'd joke around and deny it. As time went on, they stopped even joking around when I asked, and their words took on a nastier tone. In the beginning, I simply tried to ignore their harsh words. But one day, I couldn't stand it anymore. What the heck? One day I shouted that at the classmates I thought were my friends. My shout reverberated across the room and the whole class went silent. I got really embarrassed after that. Why did I have to yell so loudly? Thinking back on it now, I was probably just hoping to be saved. I wanted people to realize I still existed. I wanted someone to understand the depths of my suffering. My friends were silent for a bit before awkwardly looking away. Then with an annoyed tone they told me, "Don't talk to us anymore." I couldn't understand why. I wanted someone to tell me why at least. I hope we come back to this and this isn't just like a plot point to make our character into like a moody teenager. But no one would. So I just silently let it all happen. My existence had been deemed unnecessary by them. I was left with a profound feeling of loneliness all the way up until the graduation ceremony. At the same time, my relationship with my parents began to fall apart as well. Did they die? Since you're a main character now? I didn't find out why until much later, but anyone could see that my mother's actions were getting stranger by the day. Uh-oh. Soon enough she had trouble, yep. She had trouble doing even basic household chores, and eventually she was hospitalized. My father's job required him to transfer often, so even during elementary school I switched schools quite often. The constant moving around kept on increasing the burden on my mom, and in the end I think it must have broken her. I wonder how long she had to endure the constant worrying. Did my mom have to suffer the same kind of abuse I did from my friends in middle school? Only she knew. If only I could read people's thoughts. If I'd known about the sorrow she kept in her heart, maybe things wouldn't have ended up that way. My father agreed instantly when I brought up the idea of living alone. I'm sure he was exhausted from dealing with my mother's condition as well. I wonder what my father was thinking the day I left home. Because of what I experienced in middle school, I didn't feel like talking to anyone in high school. Even if I was able to get along with someone, who knows when they'd just turn on me again. That's why I thought it'd be pointless to try and build any new relationships. I was done with being told, "We don't need you anymore," from people I thought were my friends. The pain from being alone after being rejected is far worse than the pain of being alone from the very beginning. Very soon I found myself as the loner in my class. The first people to talk to a loner like me were Kaoru and Serrano. Alright, now we're gonna learn why he's not a moody teenager anymore. Oh, maybe not. Okay.